Good evening to all and welcome to the live and interactive quizzing session conducted by THiNC Institute of Design. So let's wait for a few more participants to join. After that, we'll be starting our live quiz today. So we have messages in the chat box also. Sushri Muktiruba, hi Sushri. So those are already aware of the game process. Here is your pin for your today's session 7300674. So that is a game pin for your today's quiz, and this is for the demo quiz. So let's wait for a few more participants to join. Akshay has joined. Pavam Kulu, Kurla Kadar joined. Fatima has joined. So welcome all to the session. So this is a second special quiz we are conducting for the Uceed aspirant. So you'll know that Sunday we are actually having your examination, right? Sunday 9 o'clock. So we're all the best for all your examinations, and I hope the session will help you. The session will help you, and this questions will help you for your cracking your entrance examinations also. So hope your preparations are also going well. Will Uceed to be conducted for sure on 23rd? Neha, we'll be announcing the schedule. We'll be announcing the schedule in our group actually. So you can check the schedule from our group. Again, after this quiz also will be publishing our group, publishing the schedule of the Uceed sessions as well as next sessions. Sau, Sub, Arya, Neha, Surya, Balanced, Dolphin.
Hello, sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, yeah, just to clarify on that question, if the question was regarding Uceed exams, as of now, the schedule that we've got is on 23rd, the exams would be conducted. So there is no change as of now. Okay, and if the question was regarding the Qriosity mock quizzes, then as sir has said, we'll be publishing the posters. It has already been published on Instagram and YouTube regarding the schedule of Qriosity. This weekend, we won't be having any Qriosity quizzes in connection with the Uceed exams. Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, so I hope that cleared the doubts. Anina has joined, Nick has joined, Sau, Arya, Neha, Surya, Shinchan, Anu, Yadu. So let's wait for a few more participants. After that, we'll be starting our demo session. All right, so those who are not aware of the gaming process, I'll just briefly explain how you have to play this game. So before that, those who are already aware of the game process, here is your pin 7300674. That is the game pin for today's demo session. Okay, so after that, after the demo session, we'll be going with the real quiz. Okay, messages we have from Neha, Vidhi, Swara. All right. So you all might be knowing that we are actually having cash prizes also. Cash prizes for the winners. So the first prize goes to the first prize cash award will be 500 rupees. Second prize will be 300 rupees, and third prize will be 200 rupees. All right. So I'll randomly pick some names: Sana, Rakhav, Kushi, Hugh Janus, Nilina, Nandini, Ashwini, Samyukta, Nandana, Naruto, Tom Cruise, Vidya, Anina, Nick. All right, so let's wait for a few more participants. So I'll just explain how you have to play this quiz. Those who are not aware of this process. So initially what you have to do is that you have to download the Kahoot app from your Android or Apple store. And after downloading and opening that, you have to enter the game pin. Today's game pin is 7300674. So that game pin you have to enter in your Kahoot app. So that's how you have to play it from the mobile device. So if you're not having a extra mobile device, you can play it from a website also. You have to go to the website www.kahoot.it. So there also you have to enter the same game pin only 7300674. The game pin you have to enter in your Kahoot app, and at that time only you'll be given entry to this quiz. So can we play this from YouTube? In the YouTube, what is actually happening is that in the YouTube live session, the questions will be displayed. In your Kahoot app, the color codes will be displayed. The corresponding color codes of the options will be displayed. Okay, I hope that's clear, Vidhi. Anyway, I'll explain that one more time. So at that time, you'll get more clarity on that. Okay. So those are not having extra mobile device, they can play it from the browser also. So what they have to do is that they can use the split screen option in your computer. Okay. So what you have to do is that in one screen you have to open the YouTube Live, and in other screen you have to open the Kahoot site. Okay. So I'll explain the point which I have already mentioned before. So in our YouTube Live, what we are actually showing is that the questions for the quiz will be displayed in our YouTube Live, and in that the color code, some color codes will be there as options. So in your mobile app or in your web browser, that corresponding color codes will only be given. Okay. So that's why YouTube Live is important. You have to make sure that you're not missing this YouTube Live. All right. Are we having more questions in the chat? All right. So if you have any doubt regarding the same, you can ask in the chat box anytime. We'll be happy to help you. So after the demo session, you'll get more clarity regarding this. All right. So if you have any doubt, make sure you're asking it in the chat box. So one thing to notice that this is the game pin for demo session. So after that, we'll be having a real quiz. So for that time, another game pin will be generated. So you have to enter that game pin to enter the real quiz. Okay. I hope I have made that clear. Okay, I'll randomly pick some names: Anakha, Sandeep, Janvi, Hamsit, Balu, Jinkan, Vidhi, Benny, Molu, Vidhu, Rishika, Raghav, Nilina, Nandini, Nandana, Karan. All right, so I think we can start the quiz in a while. So if you are ready for the quiz, you can enter ready in the chat box. The game pin is also displayed in the is entered in the chat box. You can copy it from there also. All right, so if you are ready for the quiz, just enter ready in the chat box. So I hope your preparations are also going well. All right, so we are having messages in the chat box also. Neha, Vidhi, Srivasanu, Safwana, Ammutan, Nilina, and Sri. All right, so I think we can start the session. So we have already crossed the half century mark also. So let's start the session. So this will be the first question in your demo session, demo quiz. All right, so here comes your first question. So this is a question: which country is set to start the Knock Every Door campaign? And you can see the options here: India, China, Indonesia, USA. You can see that, and you can see the color codes also here. So this color codes only, the corresponding color codes only will be displayed in your Kahoot app or your web browser. Okay. So to see the options, you have to make sure that you are not missing this YouTube Live. Okay. So left side you can see the timer is running. Right side you can see how many people are actually answering the question. Bottom you can see the game pin. So you can enter the game at any point of time also. All right. So once the timer goes to 0, your chance to enter the options will be over. So if you still have any doubts, you can ask it in the chat box. We'll be happy to help you. All right, so time's up. So you can see that India is the correct answer, and you can see corresponding tick mark also here. So other options are, you can see that it's all faded up. Okay. So after that, we'll be moving on to leaderboard. So this is the leaderboard, and here you can see that the toppers who have come to the top in the this question you can see here, and here Janice has come to the top spot, and here you can see the points also, corresponding points also. Second spot goes to Akshay, third goes to Sau, fourth goes to Molu, and fifth goes to Anaka. So that's all from the leaderboard, and here you can see the points also. Okay, so we have one more session, one more question in this demo quiz, and let's move on to the second question in the demo session, demo quiz. All right, so weightlifting is the answer. I'll take one question from the chat box. Asmir has answered. Asmir has asked, videos running slow as compared to the website. See why? Because we are actually using Zoom as well as Kahoot app. So Zoom, Kahoot, and YouTube are integrated to make sure that the quiz is actually running. So what will happen is that some integration delay will be there between the Zoom application as well as the YouTube live. So some delay, some 23 seconds delay will be there. Anyway, we have compensated for that also. So for example, if the question is having 50 seconds, you'll be ineffective, you'll be getting around 30 seconds only. So make sure you're not waiting for the last 10 seconds to answer this question. Okay, so make sure you're answering the question as soon as possible. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the so now we won't be having the leaderboard. So now we'll be moving into the final result will be shown in the podium. So here we can see that who all has come to the top 3 spots and runners up. So third spot goes to Anaka Sandeep, second spot goes to Molu, and first spot goes to Akshay. And we have runners up also. Sau and Tom Cruise. Sau and Tom Cruise are the runners up here. Okay. All right. So now let's move on to our real quiz. So here new pin has been generated. So now make sure that you are entering this new game pin, and new game pin is 2438398. 8398 is a new game pin. So you can enter this new game pin and enter the game. So we'll be starting the real quiz in a while. The game pin is entered in the chat box also. You can copy it from there also. So if you have any doubts regarding the same, you can ask it in the chat box. After the demo session also, if you still have any confusions regarding how to play this quiz, make sure you're asking in the chat box and clearing it now itself. So we'll be happy to help you. All right, randomly pick some names. Shinchan, Hasmeet, Batlun, Bennu, Aksa, Mrinal, Soumya, Nantana, Shamira, Johnny Lawrence, Sneha, Sara, Hridya, Grace, God of Thunder, Karnan, Golgappa, Shakur, Rishika. All right, so after some time, we'll be starting the session. So if you have any doubts, you can ask it in the chat box. Is this related to Uceed? Yes, today's quiz is related to Uceed only. We are conducting it as a special quiz as for the Uceed aspirants. Those are mostly for those who are attempting this year's exams. Sunday you are having exams, right? So obviously this will help you for your exams also. With the Saturdays and Sundays we have quizzes also, mostly focusing on nift aspirants. Please wait for the time I have to join. You can join anytime. The pin is there, 2438398. 2438398 is the pin. So you can enter it and join the quiz anytime. Nilina, Tanveer, Akshay, Catherine, Teresa, Rohit, Devapriya, Anaka, Sandeep. So one more time, let me remind you that we are having prizes for the toppers. So the first prize will be 500 rupees cashback, second prize will be 300 rupees cashback, and third prize will be 200 rupees cashback, right? So I think we can move on to the quiz. So if you are ready for the quiz, make sure you're entering ready in the chat box like before. All right, waiting for a few messages. All right, Bilim, Gassan Far, Nandini, Viti. All right, so in a while we'll be starting the session. Jack, Anubhav, Acharya. All right, so I think we can start the session. So once again, 2438398. That is the pin for your today's session. All right. All right. So here comes your first question. All right, so you were supposed to find the odd logo from the four options. So D is the correct answer. So D is the logo of Indian Institute of Technology, Dharwad. Okay, so all others are bank logos. First one A is Fino Payment Bank. Second one B is Bandhan Bank, and C is of Kerala Gramin Bank. So D is of IIT Technology, and that is a odd one out. Okay, so let's move on to the leaderboard and see who has come to the top. Rapid Sable 6 has come to the top, 988 points. Second spot goes to Anakha Sandeep. Third spot goes to Nandana. Fourth spot goes to Surya, and fifth spot goes to Nandana. All right. So that's all from the leaderboard. You can still, those who have missed the chance in the first question, you can still join now also. So here's a pin 243 8398. That is the pin. You can enter it and join the quiz anytime. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next question. Second question. All right, so that was a question from folding and unfolding. So the answer is C. C is the correct answer. So we have one question in chat. Animesh Ja. Kaise join karna hai? Animesh, what you have to do is that you have to enter this game pin 2438398. You have to enter this game pin in the Kahoot app. Kahoot app or website, in the website www.kahoot.it. You have to enter this game pin there. So then only you will be able to join this quiz. All right. All right. So let's move on to the leaderboard again. All right, so we have changes here. Surya has come to the top with 1595 points, and the second spot goes to Saab. Third spot goes to WST. Fourth spot goes to Saab Rapid Sable 6, and the fifth spot goes to Gauri. And highest Sana is the highest climber here, and she has climbed up 8 points. So that's all from the leaderboard. So now let's move on to the question. Next question, that is third question. All right, so there was a question from permutation and combination. So the answer is 768. There are 768 ways to perform the task. Okay, so let's move on to the leaderboard again. So has the top scored with 2039 points, and second spot goes to Gauri, third spot goes to Sana, fourth spot goes to THiNC Institute, and the fifth spot goes to Anavadya. Okay, so here we have a new climber here. Nida. Nida is the new climber here, and with 24 points, has climbed 24 points. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Fourth question. All right, so we were supposed to find the rotational image of the figure, and B is the correct rotational image. So let's move on to the leaderboard again. So Gauri has come to the top this time, and with 2,600 points, Sana on the second spot. Third spot goes to Musa Koya. Fourth spot goes to Anavadya, and the fifth spot goes to Surya. Right, and one more news is 11 players just hit the answer streak of 3. So 3 correct answers in a row. All right, so let's move on to next question. All right, so Muga is a famous textile in its state. Assam is a state. Muga is a silk. Other silk names you might be knowing. Tussar, Muga, Tussar and Eri are the other types of silk. Okay. So we have answers in the chat box also. Akash, Tapada, Sushri, thank you for participating. Chat box also. All right, so let's move on to the leaderboard again. Sana is on the top spot with 3148 points. Second spot goes to Musa Koya. Third spot goes to Devapriya. Fourth spot goes to Shamira, and fifth spot goes to Sam. So that's the changes in the leaderboard. And Kahoot is saying that this was a tough round. So four players who were having the continuous correct answers of 3, they actually lost it. All right. So with that note, let's move on to the next question. All right, so we're supposed to count the number of surface of the given image, and 13 is the correct answer. So if you have messaged in the, if you have entered the answer in the chat box also, Irfana, Mehek, and Akash. Irfana has asked how can she join. So Irfana, you have to download the Kahoot app, for open the website www.kahoot.it in your web browser. After that, you have to enter this game pin 2438398. This game pin you have to enter, and after that you'll be given entry to the quiz. Okay, so that's how the process goes. All right, so let's move on to the leaderboard again. So Karan has come to the top 3664 points. Second spot goes to Shamira. Third spot goes to Salu. Fourth spot goes to Adira, and the fifth spot goes to Bunyan. So that's a major changes in the leaderboard. And 10 players again. I think they're back in the game. 10 players just hit the answer streak of 3. All right. So let's move on to next question, 7th question. All right, so that is a famous painting by Nikohal Roerich, and the painting is Kulu, Krishna in Kulu, Krishna Spring in Kulu. That is the name of the painting. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the leaderboard again. Karan has maintained the top spot with 4571 points. Second spot goes to Adira. Third spot goes to Belim. Fourth spot goes to Musa Koya. And the fifth spot goes to Sana. So we have a new climber here, Golgappa. Golgappa is a new climber with 22 places. All right, so let's move on to next question. All right, so we are supposed to identify the not to untie so that the breaks are actually breaking up. So D is the correct answer. So if you don't know how this is actually the solution, if you want to know, make sure you're joining our Telegram group. So there we are having discussions about our curiosity quiz, and we will be having a detailed key of this curiosity quiz also. Also, we can interact with senior aspirants out there, and the faculties will be there, so we can interact with them. You can ask your doubts. Exams are also nearing, right? So obviously you can ask your doubts also there. The link will be posted. Link of our Telegram group will be posted in the chat box. So make sure you're clicking on the link and joining the Telegram group. All right. So with that note, let's move on to the next question. leaderboard. So Karan is on the top with 5426 points. Second spot goes to Adira. Third spot goes to Musa Koya. Fourth spot goes to Sana, and the fifth spot goes to Shalu. And 3 players just get answers figure 3. So that's all from the leaderboard. So let's move on to the 9th question. All right, so how many different types of symbols appear? Only once in the given image. So answer is 26. 26 symbols are appearing only once. All right, so let's move on to the leaderboard. Karan is again on the top spot with 5426 points. Second spot goes to Sana, and she has 3 correct answers in a row. The third spot goes to Adira, fourth spot goes to Berlin, and the fifth spot goes to Musa Koya. All right, so that's all from the leaderboard. Now let's move on to the 10th question. All right, so another question from the arithmetic section, and the answer is 900 feet. So let's move on to the leaderboard again. Karan is again in the top spot with 6203 points. Second spot goes to Sana. Third spot goes to Adira. Fourth spot goes to Belim, and the first spot goes to Musakoya. So the leaderboard remains the same, only changes the points. Everybody has increased their points. So we have a climber here, Batlum Benu. Batlum Benu is a new climber here with up 19 points. Right. So let's move on to the 11th question. All right, so time's up. So there were 140 cubes in this given figure. So let's see what changes were happening in the leaderboard. Sana has come to the top. So Sana is the highest answer streak of five correct answers in a row. Second spot goes to Bilim. Third spot goes to Karan. Fourth spot goes to Adira. And the fifth spot goes to Musa Koyer. So that's all from the leaderboard. Next, let's move on to the next question. All right. So D is the right option that replacing the question mark here. So let's move on to leaderboard again. Sana is again on the top with 7,800 points. Second spot goes to Bilim. Third spot goes to Karan. Fourth spot goes to Adira, and the first spot goes to THiNC Institute. Okay. So we have Grace here in the bottom of the list. Grace is making a comeback with 3 correct answers in a row. All right. So that's all from the leaderboard. Now we are moving on to the last lap of our session. So if you like this quiz, if you enjoy participating in this quiz, make sure you're hitting the like button of this video. And if you want your friends also to join this quiz next time, make sure you're sharing it with your friends. And if you want to be part of more such quizzes, if you want to get more updates regarding e-classes, more information, so make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel. We have more informative content for you in our YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button also. All right. So with that note, let's move on to our last lap question in the 13th question. All right, so we have 5 differences between the 2 cute monkeys. So we have answers in the chat box also. Akash, Mehet Kamani, Hexa GFX, Irfana, Karan. All right, so let's move on to the leaderboard again. Sana is again in the top spot with 8517 points. Second spot goes to Bilim with 7123 points. Third spot goes to Karan, and fourth spot goes to Musa Koya, and fifth spot goes to Adira. Okay, so we have a combo breaker here. 6 players just dropped their answers, take up 3. So it was tough for someone, I think. All right, so let's move on to the second last question. All right, so Sarkanda craft. Sarkanda craft is originated from Haryana. Sarkanda is mostly this grass craft where you make this basket and all. Okay, so that originated from Haryana. All right, so let's move on to the leaderboard. Sana has again retained the top spot with 92752 points. Karan has come to the top second spot with 7956 points. Third spot goes to Bilim. Fourth spot goes to Musa Koya. And the fifth spot goes to Adira. Golgappa is again in the leaderboard. Golgappa is back with an answer streak of 3. All right, so with that note, let's move on to our last question. All right, so answer is 1/32. So we are winding up our quiz with a question from probability. Now let's see what is the probability that you are winning this quiz. So before that, let me remind you that the topper will be given a cash prize of 500 rupees, and the second place will be given a cash prize of 300 rupees, and the third position will get a cash prize of 200. So what you have to do is that you have to take the screenshot of your result screen. Take the screenshot of your result screen along with your full name and along with your one photo and your bank details, or you preferably UPI ID. You have to send it to our WhatsApp number. So the WhatsApp number will be given in the chat box. Okay. All right. So now let's move on to the final result podium and see who has come to the top. Third spot goes to Shukur. Second spot goes to Karan. And the first spot goes to Sana. All right. So that's all from the podium. And we have runners up also, Adira and Belim. So congratulations to all the winners, and thank you so much for all the participants. So once again, reminding you, you have to send all the details to the WhatsApp number. I'll just tell you the number: 8086 111 024. So that's a WhatsApp number. So this was a special quiz for the Uceed aspirants. So Sunday you are having your examination. So all the best for your examinations. I hope this quizzes will be benefiting for you also. And once again, all the best for all the aspirants and to all the participants in the quiz. So if you wish to be on the leaderboard this time, don't worry. Make sure you are attending next quizzes also, so we can be on the leaderboard in the next quizzes. So we'll keep you posted. Make sure you're joining our Telegram group also, and that will be posting the updates regarding our quizzes also. So thank you so much, and all the best for your examinations. Have a great night.